I'm always a woman working in a group of men. So
The way they treated you is because they respect women or because they don't think you're equal as them?
Previously on Unfiltered Culture.
they are living, whether you're a girl or guy, you have to be there. They never cared about it. They never even asked.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, I call it about it because it's wrong, but
Okay.
it's because the needs are different.
yeah, of course.
You know,
Food always travels with you, of course, especially the smell.
every profession is different and people should respect women in certain professions, but when it's just about
There's a big difference between a man and woman because since we can't have children, we don't understand. So maybe we try to show you our understanding. Welcome everybody again to another episode, Unfiltered Culture. Your host Aman, and today we have an interesting guest. So Aneesha, welcome. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting.
No
I'm
worries.
fine, excited to start, waiting for the questions
Okay, I see
coming to my way.
a lot of excitement. First of
Yeah.
all, thank you for coming on a show and wanting to share some of your life experience. Let's just start with easy questions. So you've been living in Germany how long?
Well, to be honest, I'm living here since 2013, so 11 years. But I
Wow.
don't tell this to people. I just say, if I meet somebody new, I just say 3 years or 2 years.
So they don't ask you about the German?
Yes. I can speak German.
Okay.
I am B2 already, but I don't have the confidence to communicate fluently. But in my office, I do speak German and I read, write everything in German, so that's not a
really?
problem. Yeah.
Okay.
But still, I'm very comfortable with English.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So you're from India?
Yes.
Because I have a lot of guests from India,
Mm-hmm.
Pakistan. So you have lived in both countries, India and Germany.
Yes.
Two countries which like have a different kind of culture.
Very different.
Very different. What has like transition been for you, like moving to Germany?
So the day I entered Germany, the first thing which amazed me and surprised me was the silence.
Oh yeah. It's
How
quite-
quiet it was. Because I come from the country, now it's the most populated country in the whole world.
Yeah.
And there are people all around. I could hear them. I could hear the horns.
Yeah.
I could hear the traffic. I could hear the dogs barking because you have a lot of stray dogs. But here, absolutely silent.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's shocking also
It's
to be
shocking, yeah. It's shockingly silent.
for people who used to like sounds, and when it get quiet, you get afraid like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, and I could hear my own heartbeat sometimes.
Okay.
And
That's insane.
and some of my friends, they literally turned on the fan. They actually bought a fan and turned on the fan and slept because they couldn't sleep in the silence.
Oh wow, that's interesting
So
though.
it was interesting. So that was quite shocking. And then it was the weather and how much people were following the rules, not taking anything for granted. And these all things were very, very different for me because I came from a very carefree country where people were living by their own terms, and here everything was ruled, defined.
Oh, yeah.
So that, and punctuality, of course, I mean, now I can't say that proudly, but at that time it was super punctual, and it took me some time to get into it,
Okay.
but eventually I learned because when I came here, I was 23.
Oh.
And I was in the age where, you easily get adapted to the
new
culture. You are easy to be molded by people. So it was easier for me to change.
Interesting. So I mean, my next question would be the biggest shock, but I think that's gonna be your shock because
Yeah.
the silence and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So, I mean, you are working in Germany now, right?
Yes.
So, what do you do, and what does you take on working in Germany?
Mm-hmm. So I worked for 6 months in India, and then I came here to do masters. My master's was in communication and multimedia engineering, which is hardware engineering, like proper chip designing, simulations, and everything. And at that time, I started working in one of the companies. It was a multinational company, and uh, it was an American company, so the culture was not German culture, so it was okay. Then from hardware engineer, I moved into IT, and currently I'm working as a product manager in cybersecurity field. Right now, I'm working in a German company.
Where you have
for
where I have to speak German.
Yeah, where I have to speak German. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Uh, the culture is very different, very, very light. Laid back should not be the word, but yeah, they are. The company is very, very work and life balance friendly, and I'm enjoying the work. So, plus you have a lot of space to grow because Germans, they really like to experiment with their careers. They have the opportunity to choose what is fitting them or what they are interested in, which in India, back in India, was always like, oh, where you getting the money, you go in that direction. But this was very different here, so I like that kind of flexibility. I'm still liking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's in Germany. You have to know what you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you can also have like time to pick and stuff.
Yeah.
But once you pick that, you have to follow up. And
Yeah. But still, you have like a good number of opportunities that if you pick it and 4-5 down the line, 4-5 years, that you are like, oh yeah, it is getting mundane and it is getting monotonous. You still have a lot of opportunities, good chances to go back. Yeah, so this is the thing I like about you can experiment into a lot of things.
Oh, I see. So you being in Germany, because when you move to, especially from India, like culture, we have so many country with so many cultures and so many vibrants. You have to bring your culture with you, definitely. Yeah. So how do you feel about the way that the Indian culture is perceived in Germany?
I can give you an example. I was discussing this with my friend one day.
Okay.
We were sitting in one Indian restaurant, and I saw one German enjoying Indian food, it made me feel proud.
Okay.
But then when he ordered naan, which is like our national bread,
okay,
and started eating naan with rice, I was like, oh no.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
Naan with rice? Like
so picked up naan, put the rice inside it, a bit of curry, and then ate it. So for that, I was a bit heartbroken.
Oh, really? Is that really bad?
No, it's
Is that how you're supposed to eat it?
No. You so naan and rice, they are similar. So either you eat rice with curry or you eat naan with curry. So you don't eat naan and rice. But I when I was coming to Germany, I was reading a lot about the culture. I was learning around what is their liking, what food they like, or what kind of people they are, what religion they follow. But I feel here they are not very much aware of the Indian culture.
Yeah.
And I don't mind telling them like who we are and
you have to.
what values we follow, because I think some things are really good and they can take from our culture. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, do you ever felt like pressure to adapt to German culture, or are you comfortable maintaining your Indian culture?
No, never. This is the best part about this country.
Yeah.
I never felt any such pressure that I need to follow this the values or the culture of this country to be a part of this country. I'm a German for now. The only thing which I had to do to become a German citizen is give B1 exam.
The language.
Language. Exactly. This
Of
country
course, you
has
have to
given.
live a certain amount of time in Germany, obviously.
Of course, yeah. But then nobody asks you, okay, are you eating bratwurst or not?
I think they're like
No.
tiptoeing. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to food, it's a bit of
Exactly.
difficult.
Are you a currywurst girl or not? No.
Yeah.
Never. I mean, this is the freedom they gave us, and we are embracing our culture here. We celebrate all our festivals. We have a big community, and now the Indian community has grown so much
Yeah.
that we have a community of every state, of every province of India, because of
You
course
are, but Indians are all over the place. You're everywhere
they are
almost.
everywhere.
Almost everywhere,
They
right?
are everywhere. I mean, the history goes. I mean, we are nomads, I would say.
Yeah.
We are just traveling around the whole world since forever.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like you will find anywhere
Mm-hmm.
a black person, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But Indians,
Yeah.
they are everywhere.
I mean, some of the surprising facts I would tell you, which I recently got to know.
Mm.
Have you heard of Romans, the gypsies in Romania? And
Yeah, I've heard, yeah.
you have heard of it, right? They are Indians.
What?
Yes, their ancestry is Indian. So when I think there was some ruler
What?
who was ruling India, and then they were actually a group of dancers and entertainers.
Okay.
So while he went back from India, I don't remember the name of it. So he took those people with him so that they are entertaining him on the way. And then the people, they started settling across that whole route.
Okay.
Then Romania came. And you know this dance flamenco from Spain?
Yeah.
That is from gypsies, which originated in India.
Interesting.
So this is really interesting. And the god they pray, they call it some Black Maria or Black Santa Maria, because it's from the Kali Mata from India, which is actually an Indian goddess.
I've heard this Black Maria thing.
Yes.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
But now do you think that people in Germany understand the complexity of life in India? Because when you come to Germany, you adapt, you learn, and you're trying to sneak in your own culture. But do you think they understand that? How complex life is in India?
When we tell them, they're fascinated. So I can tell you, when you tell a German about your culture, and if they find it very hard to understand, they say it's interesting. They try to understand the culture, but the good thing about them is they never question back, or they never say why it is like that, or it's wrong, it should not be like this. I never heard any German saying that no, this is wrong. They know it's chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
They like it. So many of my friends, they have visited India, they visited my place, they have visited Nepal.
Wow.
And of course they like to come back to their country. Who does not love? Of course. But they enjoy the freedom there. So at least the Germans I have met.
Okay, I see.
At least, because I think I am very lucky that I found the best people. I don't know, I filtered it up or what. But I found very open-minded Germans here.
Okay.
Who are super interested to know me, my culture, and they are involved in it. And I don't know, it's because of me or curse of living with me, but half of my German friends have Asian boyfriends, either from Nepal or from India. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it is interesting. They all love it. They love it.
Yeah.
I give them gifts and everything, so they love it.
I mean, it's easy because I don't want to talk shit about German culture, but they don't have much. Like, they have this beer, lederhosen, which I really enjoy. Yeah. But other than that, it's not much robotic, color. Right? It's not colorful enough.
I call it robotic.
Okay, I don't know about that, but
I call it robotic. I mean, I'm not. I mean, it's not negative.
Yeah, of course not. It's
view. Like even if you see the kids, how they are grown up, It's like they have a button on and off switch. They have the button for like keeping quiet because you cannot control an Indian kid. It's so difficult because we try to bring out emotions as much as possible, but yeah, these kids and how their parents, they are raising them.
Yeah, it's a different, of course.
It's very different. Oh my God. It's like they're talking to an adult and the kid is just 4 years old.
I mean, there's a different approach what they try to, but
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, whenever you teach someone your culture, you also bring your food.
Yes.
So Indian cuisine is like world famous. There is always a debate about the food and everything, like you started in the beginning. What is the one controversial option you have heard about Indian food?
Controversial.
Yeah, like people say, maybe
It's smelly. Which actually, I don't.
Is it true?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The spices we use, it smells. Sometimes it smells delicious, but for them, I can understand. I mean, because when they are cooking pork or fish, sometimes it's smelly for me as well.
Yeah, of course.
So, but I understand them because it's super new, you know. These spices are very new to them, so they have never smelled like that.
I mean, food-wise, since you like your friends and every person you like get to know, have you cooked for them and give them different options to try out? Because some Germans might be vegan or vegetarian and stuff, and I think Indian has a bunch of options. So what do they like more? The non-vegan or vegetable stuff, or like more the vegan stuff?
So my German friends, I mean the one who I fed, so they are mostly, they eat everything.
Okay.
So I used to cook chicken or some non-vegetarian Indian style for them, and they enjoyed it. But whenever I used to cook paneer, you know, paneer is our Indian cheese, and my phrase for that is it never melts. So whenever I cook paneer, they forget everything.
I see.
They
So
forget
that's
everything.
your go-to.
Yeah, that's the go-to. And then they are also surprised that I'm making paneer by myself at home. So that's also interesting for them. And yeah, so when I'm making paneer and something non-vegetarian, the all focus is more on paneer.
Okay. So food-wise, do you think like the German or the European generally adapting to the trend, or like the Indian food trend, or are just trying to be just fashionable?
No, they are adopting. They
Yeah?
are adopting, but not as much as Korean and Japanese food nowadays. You know, it is like high, because I think it's aesthetically good. It's Instagrammable, I would say. And for the young generation, it's true. I mean, for me as well, if I have to take somebody who I know that they will enjoy the ambience or they will enjoy the aesthetics, I would take the person to maybe Japanese restaurant. Or
But
to
Indian
Korean.
restaurant has also nice aesthetics places. Like not everywhere, but
not everywhere. Yeah, few of them have opened up here in Munich now, which I really like, and I always take people there. But yeah, still I would say that we still need to spread the word more. I would say that we can do very good in the street food side, because of course we all know Germany sadly lacks
street food.
the street food culture.
That's true.
It's only Turkey who has saved its.
Yeah, like to be honest, that's true.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, when you think about it like that, it's actually
I
only like
so.
Turkish kebab or.
It's a blessing, I would say. It's a blessing, and I would say that if that was not there, I mean, we would not. If you are drunk at 2 a.m., you always go for doner.
For anyone who's looking,
Yeah.
or watching this episode, maybe try out Indian food truck.
Yeah, try Indian food truck, try Indian street food.
It might
There
be
are a
interesting.
lot.
Yeah,
Easy, pick up, carry, eat.
it's interesting. So the food always travels with you, of course, especially the smell. So how do you think the traveling, like because a lot of Indian are now in Germany as well, and they all are working, integrated as well. But have you been traveling other than like German country, outside of German? Where have you been, and which country did you like more in comparison to Germany?
Germany. I feel that it was a good decision of me coming to Germany to study because it's EU and you can travel to a lot of places in EU. So if I tell about traveling in EU, EU means European Union, where there are a lot of countries. My favorite place, I have covered almost all the countries except for Balkan.
Okay.
They're still left.
In Europe.
In Europe,
Okay.
yes. And the country which lives in my heart is Italy.
Oh yeah.
It is like, it's like home. It's like another home. As soon as I enter, so there's a tunnel, if people should know, that as soon as you cross Austria borders and get into Italy, there's a tunnel. And as soon as the tunnel finishes, there's a saying that you see the light, the end of the tunnel.
Okay,
and that light is happiness for us, for me and my husband both, because we love Italy so much.
Wow.
And because it's not just the food, but I think Italy reminds us a bit of an Indian culture. The warmness of the people, the family culture. They are loud, they are happy, always enjoying, and carefree. I think it reminds us of Indian culture, and that's why we really love to travel there. But recently, we were in Lisbon, in Portugal. I like that place as well.
Lisbon.
Yeah.
I have never been there. We wanted to go once, but it didn't work out. I would like to go
Yeah.
there once. All I've heard is only good stuff.
So all the Indians who have been to Goa,
Okay.
they would love Portugal.
Really?
Yes, because Portuguese were ruling Goa and that part. And it's so similar. It's so similar. And there are also many Indians there, of course, because those Indians are the one who were living in India, but they were Portuguese. So they are getting dual citizenship. That's the treaty they signed. So they are Indian as well as Portuguese. And again, one interesting fact. The Prime Minister of Portuguese is Indian born.
Wow.
Yeah. Portugal Prime Minister. I mean, not Indian born, but his parents were Indian born and he's half Indian.
Half Indian, half Portuguese.
Yeah.
So he has both, probably both nationality.
Probably, yeah. His parents might be having, yeah. So,
I mean, how do you think traveling change your perspective on difficult culture when it comes to, let's say, Germany, Europe, and India?
yeah, it's traveling has expanded my brains and made me more accepting. I would say I have started accepting more cultures. I have started accepting more people and how they live. So my way of traveling is I don't touch and go. I stay there. I feel the culture. I take it into me, and then this is how I learn about them. And I think it has changed me completely, because now I feel that I know the world more, and the ground reality is everybody is so similar. Our culture is so intermingled. That it's amazing that we have come so far. We have divided, we have borders and everything, but still the main basic value is same. People are helping each other.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be usually.
Yeah,
right?
it is how it's. People are friendly. They are trying to make friends or talk nicely with people, other people who needs them or their assistance. And I think humans, then it comes to the human race, that it's all similar in the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really,
Nicely said, to be honest.
yeah.
So, like, what do you think, or what was the most eye-opening experience what you had while traveling?
The eye-opening experience I had while traveling was when I was in Dubai.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is?
It was eye-opening as well as sad.
Why so?
So, Dubai is a very interesting city. I
Mhm.
mean, you might have seen in Reels, TikTok, Instagram, like rich people of Dubai having Lamborghinis, Bugattis, and whatnot. But the ground reality is so different.
Yeah.
So different. So, Dubai is divided into two halves.
Yeah.
One is old Dubai and one is new Dubai.
Yeah.
Okay? And new Dubai is all blingy. It's money,
Yeah, of course.
sheikhs, everybody. Old Dubai is everybody who has made the new Dubai. And those people have no rights. Their living conditions are so bad. I mean, it's controversial, but nobody's allowed to speak about it. But I have seen it with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly they are, of course, East Asian, Southeast Asians.
Okay.
And it really broke my heart to see them. I was, at one point, I was thinking about moving to Dubai because it's closer to India, no taxes, very attractive. But then,
yeah, I'm going soon into Dubai.
okay,
So
maybe I can give you some tips.
Yes, and maybe let's do not say something bad. I want to go there and come back. So
Okay.
please. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's
No, that's
really
fine.
good.
Because
but
it's
still,
because it's, I mean, it's of course in every country is when you build something, someone
Yeah.
has to build it. When you think back, Germany was after the war was built also
Yeah.
with other people,
yeah,
not only
yeah.
Germans. You
Yeah,
know,
I know.
so someone has to build it, but you never know the politics and what happened, who, where. But it makes sense.
No, that's the difference between the social. I don't know at that time, to be very
Mm.
honest, whether it was a social society or capitalism or what. But Dubai has. Okay, that times were different, but these times, when humans have the voice to speak, they have the right, they have the media, they have sources and platform to say something. Even then, if such things are happening, it breaks my mind. It breaks my heart because you have such bodies, UN and everybody sitting, which are making sure that the humans everybody should get equal rights. I know how true. I don't know how deeply it's being followed, but still, the reality, it really shook me. I have seen there, like in one small room, there were 10 people living, and there were clothes hanging outside, and it was 50 degrees. We couldn't stand outside, but then they were going out, dressing up with jacket, vests, hat, climbing on the top of the crane, and then building stuff. I don't know. It was eye-opening.
I mean, of course, it's
Yeah.
in everywhere you go, you will always see two face
Yeah.
of a country, but of course, it's not only with people who build or man, women. So it's always difficult or different experience you have. But other than that, how do you think traveling gives you? Do you think traveling gives you a broader view of how are people treated in a different country, like people, man, women? Gives you that?
Yes. It
How
does.
so?
It does. So it gives you the view of how traditional the cultures, the countries are, or the society is, and how ardently they are following that tradition.
Yeah.
Because all these rules are written somewhere. They are following it when the rights come in place, whether it's for women, men, or whatnot. So that was every country has their rules, and every country changes the rules according to the adversity they have. So when we were in Thailand, for example, so Thailand is a country where you don't have it's not a rich country.
Mm-hmm.
It's rich in nature. You will not find anything like that anywhere. But there, men and women were having equal rights because they had to work together
Yeah.
to meet the needs, to meet the gap of. But the same when I saw in Dubai, for example, where people had a lot of money,
Yeah.
then I saw that women were more relaxed and they were like, okay, maybe men are the one who are earning, so we should not work, or they have the rights which are different.
Do you think that's
But
bad?
it's bad till the woman is not happy.
Okay.
If the woman is saying, okay, I want to do that,
Mm-hmm.
then why it's bad? It's her choice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's her choice.
Okay.
I mean, people say that, oh no, the rights should be same, but ask the woman first whether she needs her. It's not like she needs rights. If she's happy with it,
Mm-hmm.
if she is if she's following some religion and the religion says so, you should not question that. So that is my point of view. I don't know.
In religion, as always, there's no debates.
I mean, there are people who does the debate, but the thing is, if I follow some XYZ religion,
Mm.
if they start questioning me, I would not like it.
Mm.
So I just try to do the same thing to other people, which I would like. So not talking about it
No, that's
and
all right.
not questioning it. So if they're happy with it, it's fine. If they're sad, if they're questioning it, then they should get the rights, what they need. It's always like that.
Okay. I mean, how do you think women are treated in Germany in comparison to India?
They are
While we
treated
had it.
they are treated equally, but I think it's a very controversial topic. I think Indian women are stronger.
Okay. Are you saying German women are not, or is it just like in general Indian
In
women?
general, Indian woman is very, very strong,
Why do you think so?
very independent.
How so?
Because we are taught that way. We are brought up that way. We are two sisters,
Mm-hmm.
and the way our parents have raised us, I've never seen anybody doing that in Germany.
Mm.
For us, the first thing was to be independent. We were never taught that you will be married, you will have kids. The first thing is taught that if you are left alone, you should know how to earn for yourself. And the same thing, my mom were also three sisters,
Okay.
and her parents taught her. So if you are raising your kids like that, I mean women,
Mm-hmm.
because men is like, of course they have the burden of the society that they have to be the earner and breadwinner and everything. But if you are teaching your women like that since the beginning, it changes the things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? These two countries, in
Mhm.
comparison, like Germany and
Mhm.
India, can understand better and change something from
Mhm.
one another when it comes to women rights, of course.
If it comes to women,
Yeah.
I've seen both the sides, and both the sides are happy,
Mm-hmm.
the way they are living.
Yeah.
So there should not be any change. I mean, unless and until they are happy, it's fine. But
The reason I'm asking is because you said that your childhood when you grew up was different than what some Germans might have. Do you think that the Germans should learn it also that way so they can have the strength, or do you think maybe the Indian can take something from Germany?
so Indians cannot take something from Germany. No, it's not because of the because it's wrong, but
Okay.
it's because the needs are different.
Yeah, of course.
The society is very different there, and it's not just about the society. It's the culture is very different there. So
Also, life
women-
balance is also
life
different.
balance is different
Yeah.
there. So for example, the salaries, or it's not a social society, it's capitalism. So if you want to be in in one good society, both should be earning, and they should be earning really well. So these kind, I can say this, the only thing Germans can learn here is that if some woman wants to be ambitious, they should embrace it. They should not question it back.
Okay.
Because I have seen that, for example, taking my example, that if I say that I don't want to have kids in the future, for example, then if I'm talking this to one Indian girl, she's like, okay, your choice. It's good that you both will be earning. You will have good life.
Okay.
Kids are really expensive. But if I say the same thing to a German, they will tell me, no, your life will be unfulfilling. You will never
because that's what they know.
That's what they know, exactly. And then because of that, the circle starts that you need a kid. For the kid, you need to stop working because you have to raise them. You need like 3 years of gap, because you should be there for the kids. I think that is like, of course, that connection should be there. But if you are ambitious and if you have dreams, it should not be the stopping point. They should learn. The women should learn this, and the society should help women. Because right now, because of lack of kitas and kindergartens and spaces, women are not able to do that. There are not enough spaces where they can leave their kid and start working. So
yeah, I mean, Munich is always a bit difficult because a lot of people, a lot of kids,
exactly.
and so it's gonna be. So, as an Indian woman living abroad, like living in Germany, what challenges have you faced, both personally and professionally?
Professionally, I have faced that I'm always a woman working in a group of men. So I was always like one woman working with 20 guys.
So in your team, you're the only woman?
In my team, the only woman. And then I was treated like, oh, no, we will not, like with sympathy, with empathy. I don't want that.
But
I don't want that.
Do you think that not sympathy, but the way they treated you is because they respect women, or because they don't think you're equal as them?
No, they respect me. They respect me. So Germans, they are respecting humans.
Yeah.
They value human. That's not a point at all. But they are doing this because they feel that, it might be a bit difficult for me. If for example, I have a woman in my team who just got the baby, and everybody, whenever she is in the team meeting, they're like, is it okay? Can you do it? You have a baby, you have a child with you.
But then they do you think, that's my question, do you think they're trying to not like give you a break or something, but do you think they trying to understand? Because there's a big difference between a man and woman, because since we can't have children, we don't understand. So maybe we try to show you our understanding by showing you like sympathy or just, do you think that's bad though?
That's bad when the woman says that, no, I'm okay doing it.
Okay.
When I tell them that I would, for example, when I was working in my first company and we had to travel, it was a field visit or something. So they were always sending men, and I said, or not even that. Okay, the basic example, we were given on calls. On calls means you were given a phone, and the client can call you anytime, at day, night, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And being a girl, I was never given that.
But do you think that has to do with you being a girl?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
then I had to.
That's a different, because I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong or something, but knowingly and I just maybe, because in Germany you can always like, they did this because of this, because of that. As long as you don't know why, it gives you a bad
impression.
Yeah. And of course, when you tell people, when people think about you a certain way because you don't know for certain, you just, you know what I mean?
This kind of thing I never faced in India, because first of all, we had a lot of girls in our team, plus we were all treated so similarly, like we had night shifts and all those things, and irrespective of where you are living, whether you're a girl or guy, you have to be there. They never cared about, they never even asked.
But I feel like in Germany they sugarcoat a lot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, of course, as a man, whenever like whoever loves his mom or respect his mom will always have like respectful talk. It might come off like maybe he's thinking because I'm a woman I can't do that. But it's not like you
I
can
know
do that. But
we are different, but you know the jobs we are doing. No, you are absolutely right. You know, the jobs we are doing is like mind jobs.
Yeah, it's nothing physical.
It's nothing physical. I agree with you that there is a difference when something physical comes up. I cannot pick up heavy boxes or anything, you know. But when there is mind game, and I have done the same, I studied the same things like you did.
Okay.
I think that there should be, at least there should be a credibility, or they should not treat us differently. I understand that every profession is different, and people should respect women in certain professions, but when it's just about thinking and using your brains, I think it's not that bad. It should not be that bad.
I totally agree with that. Yeah. But so I mean, this topic, it's always
Very
tricky. And I would, because this like in this podcast or this season, I'm doing one-on-one, and season 2 will be very interesting. I will have 2 people. I don't want to spoil everything, but it's gonna be a different setup. Then we will have more specific topics to discuss.
I think
so. I will bring that back.
Yeah, that debate culture, I really like it, because because it's not just about putting your thoughts in, but it's also about learning people's thoughts.
Yeah, and opinions
I always take in, because you never know that you might be thinking all wrong, and there's another perspective for it.
Course. You have to be open to other perspectives.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be open, and traveling helps you with that.
That's true.
Traveling helps you with that.
Definitely. I mean, when we come back to your personal life and relationship, you said you have a husband. And how long has this been going? If we are allowed to know.
Of course. What's 14 years.
14 years?
Yes.
So you're here only 11 years?
Yeah, we started
How did that happen?
So we were studying our bachelor's also together in the same college.
Oh, in
India, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, go on.
So we were in 2 different courses, you can say. He was in computer science, I was in electronics, and but we met in one community. So there was one community which was in which we were organizing events, and we were organizing it for the whole university. And there we were in the organization team, so we had to work a lot together, you know, go to different places to buy stuff for the events and all those things. So we were doing that, and then it started in 2008, mid of 2008, and then 2009 passed, and it grew more and more. We were talking a lot. And then in 2010, we decided that, okay, it's more than...
It's time. Let's do...
Exactly.
Let's do this relationship thing.
Exactly. So then we started actually officially dating in 2010. Yes, okay, 2010, July.
So you were high school sweetheart or college sweetheart?
No, college. Bachelor's, you can say, graduation.
Oh, wow.
Year, yes, yeah.
So I was, because the question will be my next question. About dating, but that will then fall out, because you've been dating the one guy.
Yeah, one guy. So I don't have experience.
How's that? Do you think it's like you have everything?
Yes.
Because some people might think, I need to learn, I need to look what's going on, and I need to check what's outside, you know. And there's people like you, they find something, and then, you know, do you think do you miss something? Because...
No, I don't think so. Because the phases we have passed we were different people.
See.
So it's like dating. Every phase we are dating is some different person.
So it's
And
gonna
then
be,
you
it's
learn.
almost like dating a different people
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Okay.
of course. Because first it was our graduation where we were kids,
Yeah,
like
of course.
experiencing things, and then we started our first jobs. Then it was also experimental. Okay, job culture, how is it
Oh,
in
wow.
India, and traveling together, because then we are like, in India we are officially adults and we are independent. Not after 18, of course.
Okay.
And then we decided to move out of India, and it was my decision to move out. My husband, he was at that time, my boyfriend, he was satisfied in India, but then he said that, okay, if you are moving, I can also join you.
Okay.
But the thing was, we will study, do our masters, and come back. But we never went back.
You wanted to go back?
Yeah,
Initially?
it was like that we will do our masters, we will come back, we will start the job here again in India, and then yeah, that's it. It
So
was
you
never
liked it
planned.
so much here, and then
It's not about liking, but it's like, you get into masters here, and then you get into working student jobs, and the working student jobs company, they hire you as main. So it all went on in chain, and in between those things, we never thought of going back. It was all going well, and
it makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. And when we came here, then also I was in Erlangen, because my university was there, and my boyfriend was in Munich. So that time, I would not say it was long distance, but still we were not living together.
I see.
Yeah, but then I eventually decided to move to Munich, and we started living.
Nice. I know Erlangen because a friend of mine, like.
I know
know
your
that guy?
friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we were partying together. Yeah.
I know that city only because of him. I never been there, but whenever I hear Erlangen, it's all I think.
Yeah,
I remember
because
always.
I love Erlangen.
Shout out to you, Daddy. So
I love Erlangen because it's a place where I was introduced to Germany, and it's a cute, nice, small student town,
yeah,
open-minded people.
because everybody's students.
Everybody is student,
Yeah.
international students. I made one of my best friends there. So
Nice. So you will never go back again? Do you think you build like sustained lifestyle here, so you not thinking
No.
go back?
no, I mean, we never planned it,
Mhm.
but we both are on the same page here that
Okay.
we want to be flexible.
Okay.
We don't want to be tied up
One spot.
at one spot, and
Mhm.
it's not like we will move just like that. But if something comes up, we will be open to move anywhere, even if we have to move for our family, even if we have to move for some other random reason where people need our help.
Mhm.
We will move. So we are not I think it's our nature, both of us, that we are emotionally attached to something, but
Yeah.
we try not to be
Very
very
okay.
emotionally attached.
I see.
Same with the companies.
Yeah.
I mean, I work for the company, but it's not like it's my life or what will happen if the
Yeah.
company is not. I don't care.
It's, I mean, company is a different story. Like if you
Yeah,
work for a company,
same.
it's just a number. So
Yeah.
it's
but-
always difficult.
Yeah.
But when you say family,
Mm-hmm.
are you building your own family here, like having kids, or is it something you say, this is a bit way back in the future or way to the future?
No, we started thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was my husband. He left everything on me,
Mm-hmm.
of course, because it's. I mean, I understand him that he loves kids.
Yeah.
Kids love him. They love him.
Okay.
And I had a very stubborn thought that I would not have kids,
Okay.
because for me it was like so being raised like that, like I told you, I was never fed in my mind that I would be the one bearing a child or raising somebody. It was always like, you be independent, or you have to do good in academics, this and that. So that's why I never had this thought that I would raise it. But then it's not one in relationship,
Yeah, it's always two.
It's always two. So I saw Nishant and I saw that he really wants it. So then I thought that, okay, maybe for him, I can change my mind and I can start thinking about it.
Nice. I mean, you have to be, of course, you have to feel yourself comfortable enough, because having kids, as you mentioned in the beginning, is not easy, especially in Germany.
Yeah.
So, but I wish you good luck. I'm happy.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope everything turns positive.
Always. Knock on wood.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, many people who would be listening to me, they would be shocked after the saying, but because they all know me very well, that how much I was against it, and I always thought about ROIs, return on investment, whether the kids are the one who are giving you the
maybe
very economical and practical
millionaire or billionaire. That's a good ROI.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, what is the return on investment? But I think now it's a bit changing.
I mean, it depends on you. If you teach the kids enough how to get money fast, there you go. You get your
Of course
investment.
not. I mean, I'm not raising the kids for them. Many people in India, they do that, but no, not me. Of course not. But yeah.
No, but like if you see it in a perspective ROI, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, you have to do it. I mean, everything in the end is everything should be practical. This is my motto of life. So, emotional, yes. But if you think too much from your heart, then sometimes you miss something, I would say.
Nice. So I mean, when you started a relationship in India, so you were getting a bit to the end, and you started a relationship in India. You said, right? I mean, India, it's always a country, like I said in the beginning, full of people. Full of different energy. And do you think the reason why people move outside of India because the Indian politics is like pushing Indian backwards, or do you think people just want something different?
No, I disagree. Politicians, they are not pushing India backwards in terms of economy. It is moving way faster, way forward, and right now the politicians, they know how to make money for India and how to grow the GDP. They are very well aware of it.
Okay.
The thing which I didn't like about India was the freedom.
Okay.
And the security. As a girl, as a woman, I mean, it's not a topic which is hidden from everybody.
Maybe that is the reason why you say I'm a strong woman, because you've been through that.
I have been through that. Yeah, exactly.
In Germany, everything is secure. So
everything is secure. Even though I used to travel here alone at 3 a.m. at night, it didn't matter. But in India, I didn't like the fact that I need to take 2-3 people with me and never be alone. So that was the first thing. The second thing was, of course, experience. It was not just doing masters or studying. I just wanted to know more about the culture of different people, about how people are living.
Okay.
And I think I made a very good decision of coming to Europe rather than going to Canada or the US, because their Indian community is so much, you'd never get chance to go out of it.
That's true. It's been a pleasure having you on this show today. Thank you so much again for sharing your opinion, thoughts, and experience.
I hope they were not that brutal. But
no.
I tried to be a bit timid and calm.
No, that's all fine. Do you have any final thoughts you would like to share with our listeners and viewers?
I think the thing what you are doing, talking to different people, different cultures, different country citizens, it's amazing, because I think this has not been ever done, especially in Germany. So maybe this opens up the mind of the viewers or the listeners a bit more. And in the future, you said if you are bringing in season 2, then we can pick some topics and go
Yes.
into depth about those topics, and that would be amazing. But I
Perfect.
really liked it.
Thank you. And I have a culture in this podcast. You probably know if you watched the last few episodes, where someone write a question for the next guest without knowing who the next guest will be. As followed, someone wrote a question which you will be answering, and then you will also write a question for the next person.
All right.
So the question we have here for you is,
Right. If human emotions were scents, what would love or hate smell like to you? Such an interesting question. Okay. I think love would smell like coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, coffee is a smell which neutralizes everything, calms things down, not very strong.
Okay.
I mean, it is strong, but you always, so you have different smells when you go to a Douglas or you go to any
Fragrance shop. Yeah.
fragrance shop. So coffee, keep the smell of coffee so that you smell it and then you forget about other smells and
Smell again
you
and new
continue.
thing. Okay, I see.
So love is always like you have that person who you go to again and then you calm down,
Okay.
neutralize.
Nice.
And hate. Good question. Hate would be what? Beer?
Beer? What?
Have you smelled in Oktoberfests? I can't stand that.
What? Sorry for my beer guys, but I do not agree with the beer situation, but the coffee I agree with. So it's fine. But
Sorry.
thank you anyways.
Yeah,
You
no
will
worries.
have to write your own question then.
Yes. I
But
would.
thank you again for coming and sharing.
Thank you.
And for you guys also, thank you for tuning in every week. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, please, please, please experience, go traveling, and see other cultures so you know how everything is connected. This was Unfiltered Culture with your host Aman. See you next time.
See you.
Peace.